Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebar2go.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, Steve recaps the adventures from his recent trip to Las Vegas for his daughter's wedding.
Don't say that, baby.
Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Higley, along with our special guests, Kathy Cool, Katie Joyce, and Matt Modica.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Hey, guys.
This is already giving fourth show vibes on our first show.
Yes,
I like it.
For sure. I like, we released the reaction video to McNew's recent wardrobe malfunction. And obviously McNew gets her fans from that. But I picked up a few fans too. They like my laugh, apparently. So.
Oh, hey.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. People are like, that guy has a funny laugh.
Maybe that can be the retired-ish idea, add to the plan here, that you can join up with McNew's Oling Drams video, just adding in your laugh.
Well, I don't know about that. It feels like I could be like, on the Tonight Show or something like that, kind of like the Ed McMahon. I'd just be laughing at everything the host says.
I like it.
Very good, sir.
Yeah.
You are correct.
People were so amused by this, and I'm just like, you didn't even see anything that happened, but people were very amused and curious, and...
And there's offers. They want to know where they submit their $12.95 now, so that's the thing.
I did show John just today because I asked him if he watched it. He's like, well, he said it. He's like, no, it's reaction only. The footage isn't on there. Why do I watch that?
And Sean Foster, he's like, I just need to see a nipple. I don't care if it's Steve. So Steve, you got to put out.
I got to talk to John Foster.
That'll be more than $12.95, sir.
Yeah.
Sir Sean Foster.
I'm doing it, but you can.
Yeah, that was funny. I give him that. That was good. So, yes, quite the video there. So that was good fun for sure. That and your train video. So you've been on a roll. So we'll see if you do anything today, McDo.
Oh my God,
McDo shenanigans. So we'll never know.
I'm not gonna lie. June was like a little bit of a bender for me. So I don't know if there's like a sober day that I had in June. So I was saying shit. Okay. I went through like some of my texts, and I'm like, oh damn. So like
it was just June. It was June.
I got to get it back together in July.
Okay. We'll see if you can bring it back together in July. I'm not hopeful, but we'll see.
I'm not either, but we'll see.
Yeah. So, McDo, there's something you said you wanted to talk about. What is that?
Okay. So this is going to probably be like a wedding show because Kat just got married.
Yep.
And did you guys see the couple that got engaged on the Empire State Building? Like,
yeah.
No, I missed that.
They are free climbers.
Yes,
they are. So that's like actually a hobby for them. But like, I'm so amazed, and I'm like, you know what? I want to get married.
So did they climb up someplace they weren't supposed to be on the Empire
State
Building?
The Empire State Building.
Yeah,
I mean, you could be in the Empire State Building and get engaged. I didn't know where
like the outside of the building, very tip top.
On the spire, the top little spire thing. And I'm like, you know what? As much as I would like love to be engaged to someone, married again. I'm not
You want to be married again?
I'm not gonna climb a building for you. Like, that is not worth a ring. Not doing it.
Okay. So what would be the McNew version of this event?
Right.
That's something arguably is going to be equally ridiculous.
No,
But
why would you
that-
inconvenience me to ask me to marry you?
well, they do this together anyway, so it's like a hobby.
Yeah, it's like their hobby. Okay, so
that they do.
I
And
don't know.
so what would be the McNew? I feel like it's going to involve being like blackout drunk.
Yeah, I think we have a few pictures of margaritas, and like we wake up on the beach, and you're just like, "Hey, I forgot I bought you this ring. Do you want it?" And that would work out just fine.
Yeah.
That would Matt sent a picture in the.
Were those people arrested then, or what?
Yes.
Yeah.
They did get arrested. Yeah,
I mean, they were basically King Konging the Empire State Building.
they were, and they had this whole flag with the quote. It was nice, and I'm like, and she had like a little Batman helmet happening.
Do you feel like there's nothing the courts can really do to them, because don't you feel like they're getting married? People would then do a GoFundMe or something, and it would pay any fines.
Yeah,
and it feels like that's what would happen.
We're so amused by that. I was amused by it. Like, I would never participate, but like, I'm amused by it. And I'm just like, you know what? Good for them. You found somebody that matched your freak. You're going to have probably a happy life. Good for
Just
you.
do things legal that aren't going to get you killed, though. I would suggest that.
People
You just go out and climb legal rocks or whatever it is you're climbing. Don't climb the Empire State Building. Yeah.
Climbing legal rocks doesn't get you 12 trillion clicks.
It's true. It's true.
So, you're true.
They are both influencers, evidently.
They are like free-based climbers, though. I don't know. That's not my jam. But like, I don't know. I feel like mine is we just wake up drunk on a beach, and you're like, I bought you this, and I'd be like, okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Get me another cocktail.
Okay, thank you.
It's like the Hangover, like waking up with like complete disarray in the room in the morning, but instead of it being like, oh no, what did we did? Retracing the steps, they're like this. This is the perfect setup. Will you marry me, McNew?
Yeah. I feel like McNew sitting there on the beach with the margaritas, this boyfriend turning into fiance gives her the ring. I feel like she'd get out one of those jeweler's loops. She'd have it in her pocket and start looking at it and be like,
Yes.
oh, the clarity is excellent here. Or, hey, not so good. Throws it
You
back
can do
out.
better.
Worry about that. I worry about the shape, because like, if I have a ring on my hand, I don't want to see this part of my finger. And I already told him, I said, I like marquee cuts. Do what you will with that. So
Wait, you don't want to see anything between like your first and second knuckle?
not a thing. No what things there.
Just because it's expensive.
I feel like mine's well, I also have long fingers, but okay.
I feel like that's just going for an expensive ring. It doesn't have anything to do with her hand or looking at it or anything. Amazingly, it aligns with a very expensive ring.
It does. It does. But it saves money because marquee cuts are longer. I could say I want a round one that takes less space. Marquee cuts are longer. So I'm actually being very polite.
What does that even mean?
I'm sure they would agree.
Has nothing to do with the weight of the diamond at all.
Oh, no.
Also, this is why I just designed both of my wedding rings. I was like, don't even try. If it's going on my hand for the rest of first one was only 5 years, but if it's going on my hand for years.
Still, 5 years is a commitment.
I'm like, I am designing it. Like, I'm
designing.
choosing all of this. Thank you.
Okay.
Deal with that one. You have to look at it every day. You're the one typing at it. I don't want to be bad about. I don't want to be bad about this every day. So you want to
Interesting. I didn't even buy any of that stuff. We just got shit donated from the family. I was just like, here you go. This is yours.
Grandmothers of some.
I don't buy that kind of stuff, like cards, flowers, rings. Not so much. That's not
Because
Steve.
you buy tea.
I gotta
buy
be.
the iced tea.
I gotta be true to myself. Like I went into that. We're going to do the Vegas show, and I'm not talking about this during the thing, so I can talk about it. The kid was staying at the Cosmopolitan. I go there. I was uncomfortable the whole time, just being in there. I mean, people are all flashy and dressing for whatever to be noticed. I don't want to be noticed. I want to barely blend in. I'm hoping you don't see me. I just am a ginormous person, so you're probably going to see me.
See, I'm like,
trying to hide.
Steve, people of our stature are not meant for disappearing in crowds.
I know. I had the lady on the flight. I never fly. And the flying was a disaster, by the way, as it is. Someone who hates flying, they're going to get screwed. And I absolutely did. But, I end up stuffed in this seat. And the woman, the flight attendant says to me at one point, "Sir, are you okay? Is everything all right with you?" I'm like, "I don't fit in this seat. That's the problem. I bought first class tickets and they canceled the flight. They canceled my first class, though they still made me pay for it."
That's a violation.
And then when I get to the airport, I'm thinking, this sucks. Now I got to fly. And they put me in a middle seat. And then I was like, I can't do that. And luckily, I was able to get to an aisle seat. But again, I'm still too small. I'm in the middle of the thing. I'm not at the
just regular coach.
Just regular coach. I
no.
get the first class ticket. And then I go, I get my luggage and I go to put it on there. And they're like, "Oh, that'll be $40 a bag. That's $80. I'm like, "I bought first class." And they're like, "Well, you don't have it anymore. So you have to pay." I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" And they're like, "You've got a pretty good case. If you go to customer service, you got a pretty good case here." Do I have a good case? Fuck yeah, I've got a good case. I paid for fucking first class. And they
if you're delayed more than 2 hours, they're supposed to refund you 200% of your ticket. And there's all kinds of rules that they're supposed to follow.
It was a weird one. So they, at 6:30 at night, again, we're flying out 8 o'clock in the morning. At 6:30 at night, we get a message. I don't have anything. Amy's got an app, and the message comes up on her app. Your flight's been canceled. If you'd like to rebook your flight, here's a link that'll help you. And I was like, what the fuck? My kid's getting married, on Friday. This is Wednesday night.
Right.
Yeah, it was a whole thing.
Oh my God.
And then they rebooked us. All they had was that
before we get into the angry stuff.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, I think we need a drink for this.
The rest of it won't be angry. I wasn't angry at the wedding. I just the flying stuff. So I just got screwed 10 times over with the flying. Everything went wrong with the flying. But,
was it American?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Knew it.
My problem was a corporate guy. That's where I have all my stuff, miles. So I was able to cash in some of those and get a better deal, which ended up being not a great deal because I got fucked over. So yeah.
Phoenix and then hopped over to there. I don't hate that.
Yeah, so interesting. All right, on that note, guess what, gang? It's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start with KK.
Oh, okay. I'm going to open up some of my Barrel Seagrass.
All right. Okay. Not a lot of life left in Barrel Seagrass, I'll say that. All right.
But it sure tastes good.
All right, Katie's next.
I have Hidden Barn Hometown Barrel.
Okay. That was solid. The Hidden Barn's not known for its explosive cork pops. That was a good one. So Katie has the lead. This could be enough.
May not be, but I am known for the explosive cork pops. So
it's
collaboration with Katie Proof really works.
Yes, it's all her. It's her system that she has. All right, McNew, you're next. What do you got?
So I thought I'd go with some Smoke Wagon since we're talking about Las Vegas.
Nothing there. Not a thing. Matt, you're next.
I got some Yellowstone Select. Oh, foul, sorry. Nothing.
Okay, no. Katie still got the lead. I got Pennsylvania from MB Roland, the collaboration that they did with Liberty Pole out of Pennsylvania. So they combined Kentucky and Pennsylvania. All right, let's see what we got here. Squeaky, but I think the cork was enough. There was some fouls there on the squeak, but explosive on the cork pop.
Yeah, I give it to you.
Ding.
All right, we'll take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're all going to be talking like Elvis as we're talking about Viva Las Vegas. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of Executive Bourbon Steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your Executive Bourbon Steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your Executive Bourbon Steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com. And now, back to the show. Solid cork pop.
And then I threw the cork. Solid cork drop.
Yeah, terrible cork pop. Hello, this is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, and you are listening to the Bourbon Daily. I'm a big bourbon guy.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're talking about Steve's trip to Las Vegas.
That didn't sound very Elvis-like.
I can't do an Elvis. I can't do a Travis Kelce of it either, and I'm not going to try.
Oh, how wild was that? My kid ends up getting married on the same day as
Right.
Taylor Swift. Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I feel like as an astrology girl, that was not a great day to get married, but like good for all of them. Happy
Okay, good for all of them. Yes, so we'll see what happens. So, yes, good luck. Good luck. So, yes, went out to Las Vegas, and it's been a long time. I went out to Vegas. We have a long history there. So the warden and I first went out in '89 when I turned 21. As soon as I turned 21, February of '89, I turned 21. I went out to Las Vegas because I love the idea of it. And my parents were not Las Vegas people. They would ultimately go once I started going and stuff like that, and enjoyed it. But they weren't on their own. They never went to Las Vegas or anything. So and then once the warden turned 21, then we started going together. So that would have been the next year. So then we were Las Vegas people. We would go 4 times a year, but we would stay at the value places and stuff like that. And that's back when you could eat the really cheap and stuff like that. It was an amazing place to go. We loved it. And then I continued to go there because of work. I do conventions and stuff like that. And you get to go in the casinos, but normally you're just going into the one casino where you're staying, and we'd gamble and drink ourselves into oblivion, and then go to our. It wasn't like a Las Vegas vacation, even though it was kind of fun to be there, but we just would do our thing at whatever hotel it was at, and that's it. So this was the first time in over 20 years. So we continued to go there. And then we had Kat, and then we went there one time without her, and we were miserable. We're like, we're never going to take a vacation without our kid again, and we never did. So that was like she's 6 months old, and never took a vacation without her again.
You didn't do any vacations without her?
No, not after that. That one, yes, that's it.
Aw,
That was
you
it.
love her way more than my parents love me.
I know. That's what was hurtful when you go through that stage, though. We went through the stage where she couldn't stand us, and it was like, "Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?" Well, we've been there for you.
How much I've been paying for you?
Right, exactly. Yeah, that's the funny thing, too. She gets the independence when she goes to college. She was good through high school and stuff like that, but when she went to college, she got very independent because she stayed in an apartment at school. She had spending money to go out and all that. She didn't work or anything. I provided all that. The cash money to go buy the stuff, the apartment I paid for, the school I paid for. I paid for all that. And but still, she thinks she's very independent because she's living on her own, playing by her own rules. And then she comes home and she's like, I'm going to go out till 3 a.m. I'm like, no, you're not. She's like, well, then I won't come home on the holidays. I'm like, huh, okay. And then she'd come home and then just stay in her room. Be like, I'm not coming out.
This sounds very familiar.
I know. It's a thing kids have to go through. They do. They at some point they're assholes. And again, I can say I was an asshole to my parents at this point, and I realized it. And Kat's realized it. And there's a whole kind of awakening that you go through when you realize, hey, your parents were actually pretty good people. And even though there's a time when you just think they're idiots and their job is to make you miserable, for some reason that's the kid way of thinking. You just think that, but
Figuring out who they are, but they have confidence in your love of them, which is why they're assholes to you, because they know that you'll keep loving them. So you're a safe person to be an asshole to when they're growing.
This is a win though, because my niece is like 15 now. She'll be 15 in a couple weeks. And my brother's like, she is such a dick to us, but she's so polite in public. Everybody is like, Jasmine's so nice. She's so polite. She's so thoughtful. She's a good friend. And he's like, she comes home and I want to like kick her out in the chicken shed. Like, I don't even want her in my house. Like,
they go through that. But that's, again, kind of establishing independence. And, I would assume that the ones that never go through that are the ones that, they're 50 years old suddenly and living in your basement still,
Exactly.
You gotta let them be a little bit of that stuff. I think it's okay. It's tough though. It hurts. I do say that. When you got someone who's, and saying, I hate you guys, I can't stand you guys, and it's like, oh, that's tough to hear. That's not.
It's like
being a parent is not an easy thing. It's not fucking all roses. It's not fucking easy. Because you can't be their buddy, you got a parent. If you just be their buddy, that's where the kids would end up a mess.
That's when they end up in front of me, and then I have to deal with them as teenagers.
Right.
So let's not do that.
You got to be a parent. So, so.
I look back and think, I'll be like, God, I was so mean to my mom.
I know. It's embarrassing, some of the stuff I did, but what are you going to do? What are you going to do? So, but this was all fun. So we went to Las Vegas. Kat kind of coordinated this. What I said is she kind of mirrored what we do in Key West. So she ended up having a group of over 20 friends that went, which was amazing to see. Most of these are friends, some of them all the way, her friend Nikki, she's been best friends with since kindergarten. And then a lot of them are grade school, high school, college. There was a couple that she met in college and stuff like that. And this great group of friends, but she kind of did what we do in Key West, where, hey, everyone's here together, stay wherever you want, do your own thing, you set your budget, there are certain things we're going to be doing, and if you want to join those, you can. Here's how you get your tickets to those things if you want to do them. If you don't, we'll see you whenever. So it worked out really well.
So how many showed up in the chapel?
That was limited to 10 guests at the chapel. And that was a chapel rule, or at least the package that they pay for. Everything is kind of a package, and that's what she paid for. She got married by a reverend, but I also say she got married by Elvis, because the guy, I saw his hair, it's all Elvis style, but he was just wearing regular clothes. So I assume if you pay for the Elvis package,
you could probably get
he comes in a jumpsuit. Yeah, they do have that available. Yeah, so it was like, she's like, because she was thinking about it, and then she decided against it. I was like, well, you still kind of got married by Elvis, so
yeah.
Maybe
and it was
weekend Elvis.
I just got a fishy. I was ordained because about just a week prior to Kat getting married, I married off my niece.
Okay,
and they'd asked me to do it, so it was interesting experience. But yeah, maybe I need to look into the Elvis piece.
That might be something. The Whitechapel, which is where Elvis got married, Michael Jordan and Joan Collins, and I know Jordan and Elvis got divorced for sure. I assume Joan Collins did too, but I don't know for a fact. I don't
probably
know
like 8 times.
Probably a couple divorces under that belt. Yeah.
But, they really have it down. I mean, and if you think about it, they're doing weddings every 15 minutes, Wow. And so this guy, when he's working, and they're open from 9 a.m. to midnight, not that the guy has to work the whole time, but, they're doing a lot of weddings. I mean, every 15 minutes, it's a new one. So it was very professional. It was very good. It was cool, fun, and everyone had a good time. And I thought Kat looked like Priscilla Presley or something. She looked like she was from the 60s. She had that look going.
Yeah.
And you probably don't know, but was her dress actually vintage?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
It was beautiful. She looked so
Yes,
pretty.
I loved it.
I loved that dress. I'm like, it looks like 60s Las Vegas.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I thought too. I thought
dress.
she kind of had that Las Vegas look. I thought it was just very cool. So, and I had no idea what she was going to get or anything. So,
and the warden looked beautiful. I've never seen her in a dress before.
No, she doesn't typically wear those. So yeah. She was cussing up a storm because she had to, iron it and steam it or whatever she had to do to get because they had to go into the suitcase. It was like, oh, this is not what I expected, and she was yelling, but it worked out good. I thought everybody looked good. My outfit, I liked how it came together. So
Yes, you look very nice as well.
yeah.
Aren't you glad you got new shoes?
Yes, the new shoes definitely were way better. So that was a smart move. So, but it was a lot of fun. So much so that by the end of it, Kat had been to Las Vegas, but she went one time. So we did go twice. Once without her, and then we thought, well, we'll just bring her because we go on every vacation with Kat, and it was not fun with having a kid there. We didn't enjoy it, so we never went back. So that's the last. She's 28 now. We went when she was like 3 or something like that, and never went back. So she had technically been to Las Vegas, and she remembers a little bit about being there. But this was really her first time, and they loved it. The kids loved it. So they were like, "Let's do this every year." And I was like, "Well, what if we brought the bourbon honey badgers?" And she was like, "That sounds great." And then we were like, "Well, we can make this an event. We can do a thing, and we'll have 2 different crowds together." And I think there could be some crossover fun between the 2 groups too. There certainly was on this trip. Amy and I, we were the oldest, but her siblings are like 10 years. Some of them are 10 to 12 years younger than her. So there was almost feels like 2 different generations because we're much older than her siblings, and and then you got Tessa, the niece. She's 13. So, and then you've got the Cat's crew, which is all kind of 28-ish in there, and it felt like different generations. And there was times when there was cross generations going out to clubs and stuff like that. I didn't do any of that stuff. I don't do any of that kind of stuff. But yeah, for sure. And I'm like a cheap buffet guy, and we went to the buffet at the Cosmopolitan, and that was like $400 for 4 people. And that wasn't even drinks because they drank too much on their wedding day, and they were like, "We're not drinking today." So I didn't have to pay for drinks. And it was like, "Geez, that's expensive."
Hope you
guys. It was awesome.
Know.
Yeah, the food has just become outrageous out there.
It is. It really is. Yeah,
it's unfortunate.
It is.
What kind of fun stuff did you do? So there was a bunch of different kind of stuff. So like the group events for that buffet was one of them. So they wanted to do that kind of the closeout session was that. That was the last thing that the brunch was the last thing that everybody did. So that was fine. And if she did it and she wanted to do that, I would go back and do that again. Just because that's what she likes. There's something that could be said hanging out with your kids. So you might do things you wouldn't normally do because it's cool to do that. So Amy and I, we went and looked for old time Vegas. So we walked the strip and went to even like Circus and that, because we wanted to see the way we remembered it. And that place hasn't changed one bit. That's wild. But, we went to, saw the Wizard of Oz at the Sphere. Awesome. Amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's cool.
It is. And it was a magical night. It literally was magical. So we go there. There ended up being 7 of us that attended that. It was Kat and Say, and then my brother-in-law, Amy's sister, so my sister-in-law, and then their niece, Tessa. So, and then Amy and I. So there were 7 of us, 4 women, 3 guys. And as I'm there, I'm like, we got to get 4 of these apples. How do we? We're gonna have to get 4 of these apples because all the women wanted an apple, and and Amy's like, if we get 1, I get it. She's got her kid there who's getting married the next day, but that's the word.
She's like, my apple.
Her Girl Scout cookies. I'm just saying.
What's that?
It's just like her Girl Scout cookies. Don't take it.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm like, okay. And then it's so cool when it happens. Man, you saw it. It looks like they're falling from 1,000 feet in the air. So it's insane. You're like, here they come. They're falling. They're coming. It takes a while for them to get to you because they're real light. And then they start hitting and they're bouncing, and I see the guy ahead of me grab one out of the air and hand it to his girlfriend. good move, guy. That's how you do things. So he did it right. And then he leaves to the aisle because there's several more bouncing off the steps and stuff like. We're both on end seats, him and I. The rest of the family was next to me. They were into the section then. So as I'm doing that, I hear Amy yell, "I got one!" So one down. And then that guy who's wandering around in the aisle, 2 apples land directly behind his seat. They're kind of, how they are. It's like a step down, but there's a little space behind the seat. And I see those and I start to move towards them. Here the girlfriend sees me moving and then I see her start to reach for him. I dove. That's 2 apples. I fucking dove. I hurt my knee on the concrete because it's on straight concrete. I scraped my knee. And of course, the usher comes running up because I'm an old guy who's large, diving. He comes running up, and I don't get up easily either. When you get to be this age, it's not like you just snap up and be like, "All right, I got him." No, I got to kind of put one knee out, push off the chair, and say, it's a process to get back up. But I did it.
And did you get the apples?
I heard some people laughing. Yeah, I had 2 apples. And as I'm getting up, I hear Kat say, "Dad, you got them. Can Tess and I have them?" And I'm like, "Of course, absolutely." And then so I hand them down to them. And as I do, one bounces off my sister-in-law, hits the ground, and she grabs it. Oh, all 4.
Wow.
Yeah. I went to AI and said, "What are the chances?" And they said it would be, if you went to 275 shows, that would happen one time. So,
there you go.
I'd say other people I've known who've gone to it did not get an apple at all.
Yeah.
So
yeah, they fell like right in front of me, and I couldn't grab them.
I know
it's gone so quick.
Yeah. So it
was
incredibly fun.
I love it. Put your body on the line to get an apple.
I did because to me,
you do for your family, Steve.
To me, it was the ultimate kind of dad uncle moment because you don't get a lot of those because you're no longer, when you have a little kid, there's probably the first 12 years of your daughter's life, you're their hero. They think you're the ultimate guy and all this stuff. And then you get older, they kind of, as we were talking about before, they kind of think you're a moron. But, I didn't have a dad moment like that in a long time. And then I also thought, it was going through my mind, if I get these apples, I'll give to Kat, who's getting married tomorrow, and to Tessa. And then, and Tessa's only 13. God, she'll be telling this story 50 years from now. I'll be long gone. And it'll be like, my crazy uncle, you should have seen it. It'll be even better. He outran a linebacker. A professional wrestler was fighting with him, and he dove to the ground and got this for me. I mean, I was like, yeah, be sure to tell that story. So, yeah. So I loved it. So that was
good job.
Yeah. And I hear next year it ends December 31st if they don't carry it over again because it's been carried over. But if it doesn't, they're moving on to Rocky Horror Picture Show next, which should be awesome.
I want to go to that. So I've been a Rocky Horror fan since I was too young to know about Rocky Horror. Mm-hmm. And I'm so looking forward to trying.
Instead of apples, it's going to be toast, is what they say.
Toast.
Yes, that's my favorite thing when I
drop toast.
Few, raves I've been to when they throw random things. Like I was at a Shrek rave and they threw waffles out into the crowd. Like the randomness, I love it.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, definitely want to. And if my mom hates traveling. She doesn't want to go anywhere. I'm she's a huge Rocky Horror fan, so I'm I wish she would let me take her. And I don't think she will. So I'm I'll just go by myself. It's fine. But
yeah. So it was a lot of fun. We enjoyed it. We're like I said, we're planning on going back and inviting ABV network people there next year. Should be fun. And I think it could be a yearly tradition where people can do it if they like. They don't have to. And if they do, you spend as much time with the group as you want. So
was the plane ride back better?
The plane ride back was better because we had first class. We got first class. Everything worked out. Everything was on time. I was comfortable, unlike the other one. It was great.
Good.
But so that
and
was
Amy's
nice.
going to work on getting that refunded, right?
Yeah, we got to work on that. I haven't done anything yet. I need to write an email, I guess. So I'll probably put that down.
Strongly worded.
Tersely written. So yes. Amy, but my worst nightmare, she's never flown first class. She's like, I want to do this from now on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And normally I don't fly. I just drive and then get Key West. I'll drive down there and then get her, and she's like, I'm going to be first class from now on. I'm like, oh shit. How much did this cost me?
So you now only have tea money and first class money.
Yeah.
Steve.
Yeah.
It is though. Once you're spoiled and then forever ruined.
Yeah. And by the way, new high water mark in Vegas, teas are $5.50. So I was paying $5.50 a throw on her teas. I took photos of the receipts because my net worth was going down by each iced tea she had to consume. So
were the teas free if you're gambling though? Because you can get free alcohol, so I would assume the tea.
You could get that if you're gambling. We're pretty low rollers gambling these days. Like I lost like $40, and I think she lost $70, and that was it
for multiple nights.
Yeah, we will throw 20 in or 10 in, and that'll be like going back to the room. We're like, let's try the video poker, throw $10 in, and if I hit $60 one night, so I was fucking loving it. So yeah, I mean, I used to spend a lot on gambling, but now I just get to, God, when I'm in Florida, that if I lose $100, I'm like, how many tiki drinks is that? Everything in my mind gets equated to tiki drinks. How many tiki drinks did I just cost myself? So we're of the belief that if you're out there, you should throw a few bucks in there just in case you're super lucky and you hit the big one.
Yeah.
But we're not really gamblers anymore.
You're not like Clark Griswolding it, being like, I maxed out 3 credit cards.
No.
God, yeah.
No. Yeah, I couldn't do anything like that. So, but it was a good time, and I'll do it if Kat wants to do that every year for now on. I'll be there because again, spending time with your child. If you have a child, you know what I'm saying. Your adult child, they're busy people, and they're involved in their careers and stuff like that, and getting them to looped in. And if it's something that they love, it works out easy. If I tried to come up with something, she'd be like, "What the hell you want to do that for? I don't want to do that." So when it's her idea, it works out better for me, I found.
There you go.
So what is her honeymoon? Because I saw her post that they're doing like a friend.
Oh, yeah. So I don't even know where her honeymoon is. I forget. She's in Korea right now, but that doesn't count as the honeymoon. So they're all about travel. I mean, these two, they make more than my wife and I could ever have imagined. And they're young people with no kids. I don't think they're planning on having kids. That could change, of course, we know. But the plan is, so they just travel all the time. So they went to Korea with not all of the friends. They had 20 out there. Not all of them went, but a group of them went out there, and they're in Korea now just having some fun. And then they're going to come back, and then they're going to go on their honeymoon in I don't know, the end of the year or something.
Oh, okay, that's fun. That's fun.
Awesome.
Take a group of people just to go celebrate and hang out. That's a good
time.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah,
living their best dink life.
Yeah. Yeah. Is that what we call them these days? Because I don't know what to call. I always want to call them yuppies. I know no one calls anybody that
dual
anymore.
income, no kids is a dink. And then if you have a dog, you're a dinkwad. Dual income, no kids with a dog.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So they're dinks. So yeah, they're doing just fine. So sometimes their mother/mother-in-law has a hard time with it. So because they have expensive tastes, everything they want is like I said when Kat we're like, what do you want for Christmas? I don't know. Well, here these pajamas will be good. They're like $200 pajamas, and Amy's like, what? I spend $20 on pajamas. You can't. I'm like, they're different than we are. We gave Kat a different life, which is good. It could be much worse. So buy her the pajamas and just buy less of stuff, get her one gift instead of 5 gifts, or however this works out. You do what you want to do.
That's the thing, because my mom will ask, and I'd be like, I kind of just go buy whatever
I know.
want.
Yeah.
She's like, because I just had a birthday. She's like, what you want for your birthday? I'm like, I bought all the things I wanted for my birthday. And then Christmas is the same, and then I'll send her something, and I'm like, okay, that's really expensive, and you're buying for like 6 grandkids. I don't want you to spend this on me. I got right where I'm like, I used to ask for extra gifts because I'm like, but now I'm just like, you don't have to spend that much on me. Don't.
Amy's bad at that stuff too because she's not perceptive of anything. So like she could never. We were at the airport and she came back and it's like, here's a picture of the menu. Well, if I would have been gone to the restaurant, I had to grab something for her that I assume that she likes or something like that and been like, here you go, I got you this. Now with her, she's like, here's the picture of the menu. You go get what you want. Because she doesn't know what I would get. I'm like, well, what? She's like, I don't know what you want. I'm like, oh, we only been together since 85, however many years that is at this point. So, I can see how you don't know me well enough at this point, so you wouldn't know something.
There's not many options at Chili's, so.
Well, I would have been dying for a Chili's. Actually, we were at it's called. I guess they're working on one of the terminals where American usually is. We're out in L.A., so we go from Vegas to L.A. and then from L.A. to St. Louis on the way back. And but we're at the remote terminal because they're working on Terminal 5 or whatever it is, where they normally are. So this is a little tight. The only thing they have is like a stand set up, and it's $25 for a sandwich. This is the only game in town. If you want to leave that, you can't leave it. It's not even connected to the other game. You got to get on a bus, leave on the bus, and then wait for the bus to come back. Yeah, it was horrible. So because Amy was yelling at me, she's like, "This is unacceptable. I'm gonna go through." I'm like, "There's no way to go. You have to go on the bus." Oh well, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, exactly.
Guess I'm buying a $25 sandwich today.
Yeah,
or starving. That's my other options.
So yeah, that was interesting.
That is crazy. She brings you a menu, because even when I was in San Diego, I was like, "Hey, I got me this sandwich. You're still asleep. I brought you a sandwich. I thought you would like."
You would think, no, we haven't known each other long enough. I feel like maybe in the next 5 to 10 years, she'll finally get where she's.
She'll learn. She'll figure something out for you.
Maybe you need to have more consistency in your ordering. Maybe you're too much of a wild card.
No, I always get the same thing. Finally, I had a meltdown at, again, we never go to McDonald's, but back when we used to, back in the day, and we had been together probably 30 years at that point, she would be like, "What do you want?" And I'm like, "I've literally gotten the same thing every time we've ever gone there in my life, a quarter pounder with cheese. Every time, every single time. I've never varied from that at all." She's like, "Really?" And I'm like, yeah.
I love that. Really?
Nope.
But my point to that too is she has to. You have to tell her what you want her to get for a gift. She can't be like, "Oh, I see that this person likes this, or Kat likes this, or I think she would like this because this is you got to tell her what she needs to buy." So that's how Kat gives her like the $200 pajamas and that, because she will just hound you until you tell her exactly what you want, because that's how she thinks. So
Yeah.
An accountant.
And she's an accountant.
I feel like leave a list on the fridge to be like, "This is my McDonald's order. This is my Pizza Hut order. This is my order."
We have to create a menu for her.
Yeah.
Here's what I like.
I will say, I started a note in my phone of all the different like foods that John prefers at all the different restaurants.
Really?
And he was impressed at first because I was like, "Oh, do you want your usual Taco Bell order?" And he's like, "Wow, you know my usual order?" And I was like, "No, I wrote it down in a note, so I know that it's like the beefy 5-layer burrito." What it was like, whatever his list is. I'm like, because he gets like custom things everywhere. No sour cream on this, no onions on that. I'm like, "Well, you're a picky bitch," so I wrote it all down so that I wouldn't forget it.
Right. Yeah. So.
That's the thing you notice. Like, I'll go to dinner with somebody like one time and they're like, "No tomatoes, no onions." So I'm like, okay, if I'm going to order us dinner, I'm like, make his with no tomato, no onions. Like, I think that's just being considerate. Like,
my standing order, McNew, just so you know, in case you start buying stuff from me, nothing from the garden. That's how a cheeseburger, nothing from the garden on there.
And that's when I'll be like, "Can you put all that on mine? Can I take double tomato and double onion and double lettuce?" Like,
yeah.
No pickles, no lettuce, no onions, no.
Nothing from the garden. Yeah. If it's from the garden, I don't want it.
All the pickles.
Easy.
Yeah. So there you go. Well, there's Viva Las Vegas. What's going on? And, some of you that are listening may be hanging out with us next year. We'll see. We'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Matt, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
Find me on LinkedIn, Matt Monica.
Katie.
You can find me over on Instagram at KatieProof.
KK.
I'm on Instagram at KKCastStrength.
McNew.
On Instagram at McNew ABV.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find at Steve Akeley across all social media. ABVnetwork.com, that's where we put our content. ABVBarrelShop.com, everything that's going on at the Barrel Shop. So please check those out. Also, check out Bourbon Sasquatch on YouTube. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I'd like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review. That includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. For audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.